Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies Man once again, and today we are doing our monthly haul video for the month of February. I do apologize if you guys can hear some sort of like whirring noise in the background. There's construction in front of my apartment and they decided to turn it on right now. So whatever, but it's fine. Let's do our monthly haul video today. We're gonna do a few different sections. I'm gonna do a very quick Lego and then book section, and then we're going to do comic books, and then we'll do manga at the end. So if you want to skip all the way to the end of the video to watch the manga section, feel free to do so. All of the chapters are, where they usually are in the description and also in the progress bar of the video, so feel free to skip to any section you like. So let's start really quickly. Let's talk about the little Lego set that I bought this month, which was this really fun Microfighters Star Wars Lego set. The set number is 75298, and I think this one's gonna go out of is gonna get removed from the Lego what's it called, like, availability cycle here sometime soon. But it's cool. It has a Tauntaun and an AT-AT and a AT-AT pilot, as well as Luke Skywalker. And when I bought this, I thought I was gonna like the AT-AT and not like the Tauntaun, but after I built it, I actually ended up liking the Tauntaun a lot. I think it's very cute. And the mechanical design, or the Lego design there that went into it, is really great. It's so cute looking, and it's so like cool and just enjoyable to kind of look at. I think that it having cute little stubby arms and a movable tail is pretty awesome. And overall, I just really liked it. I thought this was great. I really enjoyed the build process for it, because I started building it and I thought this is never going to turn into a Tauntaun, and then eventually it did, and it was really cool. But yeah, overall, I really like the Microfighters. I'm pretty sure they're going to get canceled or something. I was watching a video about it a few weeks ago, and I think that the Microfighters line is going to get axed, which kind of sucks, but I mean, if that's what Lego thinks is the good thing to do, well, that's okay. But I definitely like the few Microfighters that I've collected so far. I could go back and try to find more of them, on eBay or something like that, but I don't really think I will. If I decide to do something like that, it'll probably be for Brickheads, for the Star Wars Brickheads, because there's a few that I like that I think would be pretty cool, like a Boba Fett one, and I think they have a Darth Vader one, but given the fact that, Boba Fett has just had its own TV show, it probably is going to have a new Brickhead at some point in the future. It'd be really cool if it was a two-parter, or like a two Brickhead set that has like him and Fennec Shand, or him and a Rancor. That'd be kind of fun, but I don't know. Either way, this little Microfighter was awesome. I really enjoyed it. It was a great little build. So there you go. That's the one Lego that I got this month. I didn't get any Gunpla. I thought about it, but then I was like, well, I still have two Gunpla sets that I haven't built, so there's no need for me to buy more. However, I do probably plan to buy some either at the end of March or early into April, but I'm not really sure. I've been going to a Gunpla building night thing at one of my local comic book stores. Haven't had a lot of luck finding other people that do Gunpla in my area. The last two times that I went was really cold outside. I only went because I was already at school, and from school to the local comic book shop wasn't really a difficult drive. But no one really showed up the last two times. But I did talk to some other people that were at the store that were doing some Warhammer 40K stuff. I'm trying to stay away from that because I think it's super cool, but I don't need another hobby that's going to cost a lot of money to get into. So for now, I think I'm going to keep going, and eventually someone will show up. I know one of my roommate's friends shows up pretty often, so I'll probably end up meeting them there at some point. But it has been a little bit disappointing that I go to the Gunpla meetup and then no one shows up. But given that it's a comic book store, there's always people there anyways, so it's not like there hasn't been anyone to talk to. It's just kind of disappointing that I haven't seen anyone that is also a Gunpla person at the Gunpla meet. But it's whatever, it happens. It's been really cold out the last couple times. There's been snowstorms and stuff, so it's totally understandable that people wouldn't show up, but it kind of does suck. Anyway, let's move into the book section here. I really only bought one book, but I didn't want to put it next, like in the manga and light novel section, because it's not a light novel and it's not a manga. But the one book I bought this month was The Light of the Jedi. This is the paperback edition of the first story in the High Republic. I've been hearing mixed things about it. Some people love it, a lot of people hate it. And a lot of people are also pretty like average. They're like, yeah, this is pretty good, but it can also be bad depending on your taste. And I think that's fine. I'm pretty curious about it. I've been really like loving Star Wars right now. Star Wars is a thing that I've always liked a lot, but I don't know. There's just been a resurgence in my love for it because I was watching the Book of Boba Fett, right? But I don't know anything about this. It's set 200 years before the events of the Phantom Menace, and it follows the Jedi at the height of their power, which is weird because they were at the height of their power in the Phantom Menace, at least according to what Obi-Wan Kenobi says in The New Hope. But I mean, it makes sense because they were actually not at the height of their power. There were just a lot of them. I guess they were at their height of the power in the High Republic, and I'm curious about it. I know that she's the main character in the High Republic, more or less. I'm curious about this, Wookiee Jedi. And overall, I'm not really sure what this is about, but it seems kind of interesting. So let me see if I can kind of figure something out about this from the synopsis in the back. So it says it's a golden age. Intrepid hyperspace scouts expand the reach of the Republic to the farthest stars. And a world flourish under the benevolent leadership of the Senate, and peace reigns. Enforced by the wisdom and strength of the renowned order of Force users known as the Jedi, with the Jedi at the head of the power, the free citizens of the galaxy are confident in their ability to weather any storm. But even the brightest light can cast a shadow, and some storms defy any preparations. I'm curious to see if we're going to see any Darksiders in this. I mean, Palpatine isn't around right now, but Hugo the Mask or Darth Plagueis is probably around right now. So I'm curious to see if they do that. I'm curious to see if we're going to see a younger Yoda. I don't really know all that much about that, but I'm curious to see if it does happen. So let's keep reading. When a shocking catastrophe in hyperspace tears a ship to pieces, the flurry of shrapnel emerging from the disaster threatens an entire system. No sooner does a call for help go out that the Jedi race to the scene. The scope of the emergence, however, is enough to push even Jedi to their limit. As the sky breaks open and destruction reigns upon the peaceful alliance they helped to build, the Jedi must trust in the Force to see them through a day in which a single mistake could cost billions of lives. Even in the Jedi's battle valiantly against calamity, something truly deadly grows beyond the boundaries of the Republic. The hyperspace disaster is far more sinister than the Jedi could ever suspect. The threat hides in the darkness far from the light of the age, and harbors a secret that could strike fear into even a Jedi's heart. So I'm curious because this synopsis makes the Jedi seem like a enforcing force, like a police force that just happens to have force powers. And that's not really what they're supposed to be, but I guess they were also not supposed to be generals in a war, so I guess that's kind of interesting. The kind of point of the Jedi in a Republic Senate has always been kind of weird to me because it never really made sense. Like, if you guys are supposed to be peacekeepers, why you bow to a government, right? Like, you should be not bound by a government if you're supposed to be, like, peacekeepers for everyone in the galaxy. But I don't know, it's whatever. In general, I'm pretty excited about that. It does sound pretty interesting. I know there's some, like, deep space bad guys that show up and they're kind of like space Vikings. So I'm curious to see how that goes. And I'm pretty excited about that. And it's pretty fun to be reading some Star Wars books. So yeah, now let's look at the comic books and then we'll finally look at manga because there really isn't much that I bought this month. So yeah, let's get into the comic books here. So the first thing here is basically all of these are going to be out of order. So let's just start from the front here. Sweet Paprika Volume 7 or Issue 7. It's really good. I really like it. It's great. Dark Knights of Steel number 4. Awesome. This one focuses on Batman more than anyone else. Red Sonja Valentine's Day special. Fun stuff. It's not really amazing, but it's not horrible. Devil's Reign 4. King Grimlock 5. Titans United 6. This is the second to last volume or issue. And it's pretty good. I liked it. Here's Moon Knight, number 8. Winter Guard 3. I was missing this, so now I have the full run completed, which is great. Yeah, and then Mary Jane and Black Cat. This is part of the Spider-Man Beyond run that's going on right now. This ends, and then I think they restart the Spider-Man comics, which is kind of interesting. I'm not really sure what the point of stuff like that is, but that's just how they do it, I guess. So yeah, here's Spider-Man 81, Death of Doctor Strange 5, Spider-Man 87, Miles Morales Spider-Man 34. This is a Beyond tie-in. Death of Doctor Strange, X-Men, and Black Knight, which is cool. Spider-Man 86. Bloodstone. This is part of the Death of Doctor Strange series, or event, I guess. Here's Spider-Man 85. Spider-Man 84. Wastelanders Star-Lord. So I have the full collection of those done now as well. Here's Death of Doctor Strange 4. Here's Spider-Man 83. And Spider-Man 82. So that's all of the comic books here. And yeah, overall, I just had a bunch of Spider-Man. A lot of these are things that I still had to buy off from the 6 weeks that I was away for winter. So my local comic book shop just had a bunch of these waiting for me, so I just had to buy them. And some of them are things that are currently releasing right now. And some of them are, you know, things that have just finished up. So that's pretty great. Or that finished a while ago that I needed to catch up on. So overall, I'm pretty happy with all of my comic book purchases. I haven't read all of them. I haven't read half of these, actually. Because I'm missing a Spider-Man and a Death of Doctor Strange issue. So I'm waiting on those to come in before I can finish reading the series. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with all of the stuff that I've got comic book-wise. But it is kind of starting to become a lot. I think I need to do a quarterly review of all of the stuff that I've bought and see if I can, you know, sell off all the stuff that I don't really want anymore. I think that's a good kind of idea to do, because I feel like I've been, you know, having a lot of different things that I'm buying lately, and so having like a quarterly, you know, every 3 months kind of thing, where I just sit down and look at all the stuff that I want and kind of unhaul anything that I don't want anymore, I think is a good idea. So anyway, let's get to the good part, the manga section. So the manga section is actually really small. I didn't really buy all that many manga this month, but I think they're pretty cool. So yeah, the first one I got was Solo Leveling Volume 1. I actually bought this at Walmart. It was $16, which is great. I don't know why. My local Walmart, or the one I go to, is like a super Walmart or like a super center. I can't remember what they're called, but it's like a big one. And it has a lot of cool like manga there very often. It's very interesting. But here's Volume 1 of Solo Leveling. I already read the light novel, so I know what most of the stuff that happens here. And this doesn't seem all that you know, far into the story. This is not even a third of the volume of the light novel, so I'm kind of curious to see you know, how fast it goes. But the art style here is really great. I like it a lot, and I think that some of these scenes are really awesome. So there you go, that's Volume 1. And the same day I also bought Volume 2 because it was there. I'm waiting for Volume 3 and Volume 4 to show up on the shelves at Walmart before I buy them, because they're $4 cheaper than at a comic book store at Barnes & Noble. So I'm probably just going to wait till they come out at Walmart. So yeah, again, I don't know how far into the story this goes. It's probably, let's see. Yeah, I think this doesn't even finish the first volume. So that kind of sucks, but also isn't that bad. I mean, of course it's going to move differently. Yeah, this doesn't finish up the first volume of the light novel yet, but I don't know. I like the art style a lot, so I'm curious to see how it compares. But yeah, there you go. That's Solo Leveling Volume 2. Then I bought No Guns Life Volume 1. It finally got restocked, and I finally bought Volume 1. I'm really excited about this. I think the art style here looks awesome. It's very, very cool. And I'm not too sure what the story is about. I just know that there's a dude with a gun for a head, and I think that's really awesome. I think that's pretty crazy. And yeah, I don't know. The art style here looks really great. Let me see if I can find a good picture of it to show you guys. You know, something that has like good action, but also kind of interesting shading. Let me see. This is good enough, I guess. There you go. It's very cool. I like it a lot. I think it's very nice. But yeah, I don't know too much about this. I'm gonna wait till May to read it. I might actually go ahead and buy 1 or 2 more volumes of it just to have like a good amount of it to go, so I can read a bit of it and have like a good opinion on it before I make a video. And then the last thing I actually bought these very early in the month, but they didn't arrive until recently because I bought them from Spain. So I got them on Book Depository, and it's volume 1 and 2 of this historical fiction manga called Isaac, and it follows this Japanese mercenary who goes to Europe to fight in the 30 Years' War, which is a war between the Holy Roman Empire, or the Holy Roman Catholic group of Germany, versus other people in like Spain and stuff, if I remember correctly. I'm not exactly sure. I think that's what it is. It's mostly Japanese people and German people, or like a Japanese guy goes to visit German people, and he works as a mercenary for them. But it's more than that, because it's also like a revenge story. Like this guy was, you know, some important person in Japan, and he had a connection with some important guy. And then this German guy shows up, kills that guy, and now our man Isaac has to go and get revenge in order to restore the honor of like whatever it is that he was part of. I think he was like a samurai or something, or like a marksman or something. I'm not sure, but it looks really cool. I'm really excited about it. There's only 7 volumes out of this in Spain right now, but the series is, I think, 14 volumes long, so they're about halfway through. And again, the art style here is really awesome. I like it a lot. I think it's very cool. And I don't know, lately I've been in like on a historical fiction kind of kick. I've been reading a lot of historical fiction manga, or like have been trying to. Like Vinland Saga is really interesting to me, and I've liked a few different not science fiction, history fiction, or historical fantasy type of manga, like Bestiarius. That one was really great. I also like Requiem of a Rose King and stuff like that, and I want to try out Bride's Tale, or yeah, I think that's what it's called, right? The one that Yen Press releases. So I don't know. I have a lot of interest in historical fiction manga, and hopefully I get to check out more of them. But there you go. Hopefully Isaac turns out to be an interesting read, and I really like the covers and the kind of spines. I think the red and then orange looks really nice together. So I'm curious to see how the rest of the spines look. But oh, I also forgot to mention some manga that I pre-ordered in Mexico. So I bought 3 different manga, or pre-ordered 3 different manga from this company called Manga Line MX, which is Manga Line Mexico. And they're a company that has recently debuted, and they had 3 different manga out for pre-order. So they had Doran Okonoki-chan, which is a kind of magical girl manga with 4 volumes. I bought the first one because that's the only one they have currently. And then I bought Double, which is a kind of drama series. I think it also only has 4 volumes out right now. And I think it's available in English through Tokyo Pop, but I'm not sure. And then there was the last one, which is called Sword Guy. And that one, I think, has 11 volumes total. And it's a 2-part series. So the first one has 11 volumes, and the second one has more, I think. And I bought all 3. And the reason I bought them was because the pre-order bonuses for them were really cool. I mean, it was like, you know, get a bookmark, a postcard, get a trading card, and there was a few other things in some of them. But overall, I just thought that the pre-order bonuses were interesting, and the cost for each volume was actually not that much. I bought them all 3 like from this like Mexican eBay place where the manga company had its store set up, and it was about $22 for 3 volumes, which is actually not that bad. It's basically the equivalent to like buying 2 volumes here in the US. Of course, they're going to be smaller size, but I thought that the sheer amount of like little pre-order gifts was pretty cool, so I just like wanted them. And hopefully, you know, they arrive safely and well to my house, to my grandma's house. But I probably won't be able to get them until, you know, sometime in July. So it's kind of like awesome, but also, dang, that kind of sucks. But overall, I'm pretty excited about the purchases. So yeah. But there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought, and thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know what you guys have been buying as well. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and see you guys later.